My kitchen smells like oranges and cinnamon every single day. Has for 60 years. Not from a can, not from a plug in the wall, not from some little wax thing you melt with a light bulb. From a small pot on my stove. My name is Ruth Calloway. I am 94 years old. I have lived on the same ranch in the San Luis Valley my entire life. Raised 7 children in this house. Had dogs and out of here for 70 years. Barn cats that thought they lived inside. A husband who wore the same boots every day for 30 years and left them by the back door every night. Had a winter once where a skunk got up under the crawl space and stayed there 3 weeks before my youngest boy finally dealt with it. This house has smelled like everything a house can smell like, and people still walk in the front door and say the same thing every time. What is that smell? Is something on the stove? Nothing is on the stove. It is a Tuesday. I am just sitting here. That is what I am going to show you today. What I put in that pot, what it costs, why it works. And then I am going to tell you something that might bother you a little, which is that this is not a secret. Never was. It has just been sitting here the whole time, waiting for somebody to ask. Let me tell you something about those sprays first. They do not clean the air. They do not fix anything. What they do is put a stronger smell on top of the smell you already have. Your nose gets confused trying to sort it out. Eventually, it gives up. You think that means the smell is gone. It is not gone. You just stop noticing it. That is not the same thing. And some of those plug-in things, I looked into them after my great-granddaughter started coughing every winter. The same winter, they put 3 of those plug-ins in her bedroom. Come spring, they packed them up, and her cough went away. Now, I am not a doctor. I am 94 years old, and I went to school in a 1-room building with 1 teacher and 40 kids. But I have been paying attention for a long time, and I know what I saw. A bad smell in a house means something. It means something is wet or old or not clean. The answer is not to spray something sweet on top of it. The answer is to find what is causing it. Fix that. Then make the house smell good the real way. I am going to show you the real way. Here is what you need. A small pot. I use the same little clay pot I have had since 1987. Got it at a swap meet for a quarter. Any small pot works fine. Water, just tap water. And 4 things you likely already have in your kitchen right now. Orange peel, or lemon, or both. I save every peel all week in a jar in the icebox. When I have a good handful, they go in the pot. Do not throw your peels away anymore. Cinnamon stick One is enough. You can reuse the same stick for 3 or 4 days before it loses its strength. A pack of them at the grocery store costs $2 and lasts all season. A few whole cloves, just a pinch. They're cheap and they last forever in a jar. And a vanilla bean, not the extract from the little bottle. That burns off too fast. A real vanilla bean. One bean costs about $1 at a bulk spice store. Dried out and kept in a small jar, it will last you months. That is everything. Orange peel, cinnamon, cloves, vanilla. Put them all in the pot. Cover them with about 1 inch of water. Turn the burner on as low as it will go. Walk away. Come back in 15 minutes. Your house will smell different. Good different. Like something is baking, but nothing is baking. Check the water level every hour or so. When it gets low, add a splash more. That is the whole job. A fresh pot every 2 or 3 days. The whole thing cost me less than $1 each time. You are spending more than that on 1 can of spray that lasts 4 seconds. Now let me tell you why this works. Because I think you should understand what you are doing, not just do it. Orange peel has something in it called limonene. That is the thing that makes citrus smell sharp and clean. But it does more than smell good. It actually grabs onto the bad odor molecules floating in your air and breaks them down. Does not cover them up, breaks them down. That is why the house smells clean after. Not just nice, clean. Cinnamon and cloves have been used to clear a room for thousands of years. Not just here, everywhere. Old Europe, India, China. People burned them in sick rooms. Used them to clear stale air in winter when you could not open a window. My grandmother used them. Her grandmother used them. There is a reason the same things kept showing up in every culture that ever had to deal with a closed-up house in cold weather. They work. Rosemary is what I add in summer when the herbs are coming up by the porch. It cuts through the sweetness, makes it smell like a real home instead of a bakery. If you have any rosemary growing or any dried rosemary in your spice cabinet, toss a sprig in. And the vanilla. Real vanilla has something in it that most people respond to the same way. Something in the brain that says warm, safe, home. You know why real estate agents used to put a pan of vanilla in the oven before a house showing? Same reason. Works on something deep. Always has. Now, the pot on the stove handles your main living space. But a house has more problems than that if it is anything like mine. Let me give you a few more things I do. First is what I call a drawer bundle. Take a small square of cotton fabric, old handkerchief, corner of a flour sack, piece of an old pillowcase, anything cotton that you were going to throw out. In the middle of it, put a spoonful of dried lavender, a few cloves, a pinch of dried rosemary, a small piece of dried orange peel. Gather the corners, tie it with twine. Put it in your clothes drawer, your linen closet, your coat closet. Give it 2 days. Your things will smell like that bundle. They will keep smelling like it for a month or more. When the smell fades, open it up. Crumble the herbs between your fingers a little to wake up the oils. Tie it back, good for another few weeks. My grandmother made these every spring and every fall. Put them in every drawer and every cedar chest on the place. We never had musty clothes, not once. In a ranch house in Colorado with no air conditioning and summers that get hot and dry and winters that get cold and damp. Cost of one bundle is almost nothing. You probably have everything already. Second is the icebox tin. Your refrigerator has a smell. Not any one thing, just old cold. You know it. Most people put a box of baking soda in there. That helps some, but it wears out fast. What I use is a small tin. Old mint tin works fine. Few holes punched in the lid with a nail. In it I put a spoonful of baking soda, a spoonful of dried coffee grounds, and 4 or 5 whole cloves. Baking soda pulls odor out of the air. Coffee grounds pull even harder. The cloves keep the tin itself from going stale. Change it every 6 weeks. Costs less than 10 cents each time. Third is the mudroom. If you have kids or ranch hands or anybody who works outside, you know what I mean when I say mudroom. If you have kids or ranch hands or anybody who works outside, you know what I mean when I say mudroom. No pot of orange peel is going to fix a mudroom in July. For that, I use an old sock, one with no match. Every house west of the Mississippi has a drawer full of them. Fill it with cedar chips, the kind they sell for hamster bedding at the feed store, $4 a bag. Fill it with cedar chips, the kind they sell for hamster bedding at the feed store, $4 a bag. Add 2 spoonfuls of baking soda, a few cloves. Tie the top. Put 1 in each boot, each work shoe, each sneaker sitting by the back door. Change the cedar out every couple months when the smell fades. Cedar's what all those fancy shoe things at the Western store are selling you for $8 each. Same thing. You just buy it by the bag instead of by the piece. I want to say something now that is not about recipes. 100 years ago, a clean house smelled like what kept it. Beeswax on the wood, lye soap on the floors, cedar in the closets, herbs hanging up by the kitchen door. Bread when there was bread baking, laundry dried on the line outside. Nobody bought a smell in a bottle because there was no smell in a bottle to buy. They used what they grew and what they kept in the spice cabinet. And then somewhere along the way, we decided that was not good enough, that a house needed to be freshened with something manufactured, something that came in a plug or a can or a little wax cube that you had to keep buying every month from a company that needed you to keep buying it every month. And nobody told us we already had everything we needed. Well, I am 94 years old. I have been meaning to say something about this for a while. Here's what I want you to do this week. Go find a small pot, whatever you have. Put it on the stove. Peel an orange right into it, or lemon, whatever you have got. Drop in a cinnamon stick, a small handful of cloves, a sprig of rosemary if you have it. Cover it with water by about an inch. Turn the burner on low, the lowest it will go. Go do whatever you were going to do this morning. Come back in 20 minutes. Notice what your house smells like. That is your whole experiment. You do not need to buy a single thing you do not already have. If you need cloves and a cinnamon stick, you will spend $2 at the grocery store. $2. After that, if you want to take it further, get yourself a bag of cedar chips at the feed store. Find some dried lavender at the farmer's market or the herb section of the grocery. Make a few drawer bundles. Put together a refrigerator tin. Sock up the mudroom boots. Whole house smelling right. Top to bottom, every drawer, every closet, every boot by the back door. Less than $10 total. No contract, no monthly delivery, no plug in the wall pulling power all day and night. Just a small pot, a low flame, and 4 things that have been in ranch kitchens in this part of the country for 150 years. One more thing before I let you go. Smell is the sense that goes straight to memory, faster than anything else. Before you even have time to think about it, one whiff of something and you are back somewhere you have not been in 40 years. Standing in a kitchen or a barn or a back porch somewhere. I think about what I want my grandchildren to remember when they smell something warm and spiced years from now. When they are old and I am long gone, I know what my children say when they come home, all 7 of them, grown now, some of them old themselves. They walk in the front door and they stop and they say, "It smells like Mama's house." That is all. That is what I wanted to give them. It cost me an orange peel and a cinnamon stick. You can give yours the same. Next time, I am going to show you how my mother cleaned every surface in this ranch house with 3 things she made herself in a mason jar under the kitchen sink. No bleach, no store spray, cost about 50 cents. Worked better than anything I have ever bought, and I have bought plenty over 94 years. Until then, find a small pot, Put it on the stove. Let your house smell like a home again.